quitting YouTube and I will never ever do another playthrough again. Okay, April Fool's Day. Happy April Fool's Day. Now that that's out of the way. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. That's all I'm doing for it, okay? A little brief scare that I gave you. For those of you who really care. Well, I'm sure a lot of you, I hope a lot of you do. Anyways, I'm not quitting YouTube. I'm not stopping this. I'll be doing many playthroughs to come, don't worry. It's just a joke. Anyways, let's get back to the real thing. Welcome to the latest channel update for April the 1st. A lot of things to discuss in this one, mainly because of all the things that have been happening lately, and just, yeah, there's been a lot of stuff I haven't been able to talk to in a while because of the games, and just a bunch of stuff's been happening. Okay, so let's start from square one, like I normally do. Recent games that I've done, and whatever the works is, So recently, there has been a few games and projects that I've covered. First one being, what was the first one in order? I want to say Crisis 2. Crisis 2. March 22nd, yeah. Okay, so Crisis 2, full playthrough completed, with multiplayer. If you guys haven't seen it, I do recommend you check it out. That was a fun game, I'd say a really strong playthrough of mine. Has, some really good parts. A few parts annoyed me, but the thing about Crisis 2 was, at first I really didn't know how Crisis operated, if that makes sense, but I wasn't used to the type of first-person shooter that it was, so I wasn't able to, get into the game. But once I did, I started just kicking ass, man. I started loving the game. So I do recommend you watch Crisis 2 playthrough and the multiplayer, and give you guys some good insight whether or not you want to buy it if you haven't already decided. And yeah, I recommend you watch it. And after that, sort of after that, that took about a week to upload. And then we came on to March 29th, just a few days ago, released there was the Mass Effect 2 Arrival DLC, which I was wrong. It's actually the last DLC for Mass Effect 2 before Mass Effect 3 comes out, even though I read that, and this was confirmed by many people, that Lair of the Shadow Broker was the first DLC, Arrival is going to be the second, and there would be one more after that to bridge the gap. And that one would release like 2 months before Mass Effect 3 releases. So maybe I was misinformed, or maybe they were misinformed, or BioWare decided to change things up. I don't know. Either way, Arrival's the last Mass Effect 2 DLC. Sad to put it away, but maybe I'll pick it up again. I picked up Mass Effect 1 again before. I haven't just been playing Mass Effect 2. But that's just just a little bit of side thing for you. And so that's that. And on that same day, the SOCOM 4 beta went live for everyone who had, who bought Killzone 3. I don't know if you had to pre-order it or if you just had to buy it, but the pre-order code worked for that day. But also, if you were a PlayStation Plus member, which I wasn't, which I'm not, you could play the beta, what was it, like 5 days earlier? So it released on, 23rd, I think, I want to say. I could be wrong, though. So, but I did get the footage uploaded. That was the most recent footage that was finished. So, to recap, really quick recap, Crisis 2, Mass Effect 2 Arrival DLC, and the SOCOM 4 beta multiplayer gameplay that is all uploaded and awaiting your viewing pleasure. Now, moving on to those are the projects that I've been doing. Now, upcoming projects, the things you should look for next, like in terms of gameplay, really. Not for a while, unfortunately, but in three projects in a row, really close to each other. April 18th, I read that is the release of the Gears of War 3 beta. So I'll be putting Bulletstorm back in, putting on the beta, and playing that. Because I mentioned this a few times before. Gears of War 3 multiplayer is probably some of my favorite multiplayer experiences, despite the fact that you had to be the connection. There was a lot of issues with connections because there's no such thing as a dedicated server. It's all host connection, so the host would kick major ass, and everyone else would just get fucking owned because the delay of the shotgun and everything like that. But however, I did love that style of multiplayer. I think even though it's turn-based, once you die, you're done. Just the aspect of being the hero, your last survived, you know? Like, I remember one time playing the first Gears of War, my teammates died in the first 20 seconds, 4-on-1. And I'm just rolling like a dumbass, just flipping, flapping, ba-boom, shotgun, dead. Dude's trying to snipe me, I'm dodging his shit. Shotgun, dead. Boom, dead. Chainsaw, dead. Then the sniper comes around, I grab a sniper, we have a sniper duel, I pop his dome, and I was the hero to everybody. Just that feeling is sick, okay? Even though I was like 16 at the time, 15, you know, I was a little younger, it just, those little things mean a little bit more to you. So I'm going to be playing a lot more of Gears of War 3 multiplayer than any other multiplayer. I think there's going to be way more parts, I believe, and it's going to be one of those games I'm going to continue to play off camera way more than any other. So that's that on the 18th. And right after that, releases both Portal 2 and SOCOM 4. Now, this is what's in order. I did mention this in SOCOM 4, but since it's a channel update, it'll be a lot easier to mention it and let everyone see it. This is what's going to happen. So you're going to have the Gears of War 3 beta gameplay first. That's the multiplayer. Then you're going to have the Portal 2 playthrough, full playthrough, for single player. Then we're going to have the full playthrough for SOCOM 4, single player campaign. Then we're going to go back to Portal 2 for some co-op. Now, I'm still up in the air what I'm going to do for co-op. I said many months ago that I was going to do a co-op contest. And what I meant by that was I'd get people who, because I'm getting it for the 360, so you have to have Portal 2 for 360. You have to have a mic. You have to have a means of recording your voice, something like that. But the thing is with that, it's so hard to get focused. I mean, so many people either doesn't have the equipment, isn't available to do the game, because what I want to do is to find someone who's committed to the game and will actually, you know, do it well. Now, there's something here. I do have a friend. He loves Portal, just like me. He loves it. I'm thinking maybe he could come over and help me play Portal and the co-op. But unless someone else, I do the co-op contest, then I'll be able to grab someone else, like from one of the fan base, to help me do a playthrough. I'm all game for that as long as they have the equipment. So that's the thing with a playthrough contest. There's so many things that people need to have. Like, they need to have a mic. They need to have the recording software. They need to be able to be there. They can't just keep saying, oh, I gotta go, and then I have to put the playthrough on hold while you do your thing. You know what I mean? I'd like to get the playthrough done. Now, if Portal 2 is like its predecessor, then it's not going to be an overly long game. I don't know how much Portal 2 is, but it's possible it could be like double the length, because they didn't expect Portal to blow up like it did, because Portal was one of the most successful puzzle games of the year of 2007, and it just got even more famous as the years went on. Now, so that's what's going to happen. I'm still up in the air. If you guys want to voice your opinions on if you want me to do a playthrough contest, and a lot of you would actually have the means to do this, so like you have a 360. You're able to play on multiple times. You're not like, you don't have to go to bed at a certain time, depending how old you are, or your time zone isn't too ridiculous. You know, you have the means to make the playthrough with me. That's what I'm saying. If you have that, that would be great. Now, then I'd be all for it, doing it. If there's many people who have the means to that, then yes, I'll be more than happy to do it. But other than that, if I can't do that, I'll grab someone who's local and just to come on over and do a split-screen co-op with me, and then that'll be done. Now, after that, once that co-op playthrough is done, we're going to go back to SOCOM 4, and we're going to do SOCOM 4 multiplayer gameplay. So that's what's going to happen for April. There's like nothing in between. So from like now until April 18th, there's like nothing. So what I'm going to do, as not filler, but to keep you guys entertained from time to time, there's going to be little things that are going to be happening, and I think I should, you know, make another. So for example, Blu-ray Day, I'm going to be doing another episode. I bought one more Blu-ray, but I've saved up about 5 or so from previous months, but there hasn't been enough to really do one. So I'll grab those ones that I probably, like, a lot of them I got from, like, December, for God's sakes. Like, I got a Christmas gift from my ex-girlfriend, and also a birthday gift from my ex-girlfriend that were Blu-rays. And I could show you those, and then maybe some new ones that I bought. I'll have to go through my collection, and then I'll show you what they are. There's that. And then I'm going to do another Ask DanQ. It's been a while, many months since I've last done one. I think it was September, October since I last done an Ask DanQ. So a lot of you guys have more questions built up. And new subscribers, if you didn't know, I do an Ask segment where you can ask me whatever question you want. Doesn't matter, over PC, Xbox, or PSN, depending on what your flavor is or whatever you use more. You can ask me questions on all three. You know the drill. It doesn't matter. There's that. Also, on April, not sure what day it's going to happen. Either it's going to be April 14th, from April 14th to the 17th, most likely 17th. There's an auto show going on, and I love cars, man. It's like kind of a small passion of mine. I love cars. I love them. So my dad and I, we usually go like every year. We haven't gone in a couple years, but every year we'd go to the auto show here and look at some cars. And I think I could go there, record some small snippets of footage, maybe new cars, unique cars, really nice cars, whatever the case may be, and maybe show them to you. So if that's something you'd be interested in, you can stick around for that, because I'm really excited to go to the auto show and see what new cars are coming out, or are out. Excuse me. So there's that, the auto show. And one other thing that I wanted to bring to the table that I did mention before, I actually didn't mention it, sorry. I said I was going to mention it in the beta gameplay. I said, okay, I'll save it for now. This is what I'm going to do. A lot of you guys are telling me, Dan, you do unboxings. I love your unboxings, which is awesome. I love doing unboxings for you. But they want to see more. Like, you don't do enough unboxings. Okay, so what can I do? 1 minute. Holy balls. Let's take a look for a minute. Look at this. Games. Game after game after game after game. Games. Unboxings. Game unboxings. It's so simple. My God. Why haven't I even do that before, you know? So I'm going to be doing from now on an unboxing of video games. So the actual games. Because a lot of the times they come with special edition stuff if you pre-order or whatever. And maybe I can show that to you and you guys are like, oh, this is cool. Or maybe show you guys what the game comes with. So like maybe the instruction manual, what the cover art looks like, etc., etc. And depending if I get the special editions of it, then I can show you what's in the special edition and so on and so forth. So that'll be the game unboxings that I'll be starting on April 19th with Portal 2 and SOCOM 4. So keep an eye out for those. I think that'll be a nice way to show you guys what new games that I'm doing. If you don't already, you can see what games I've picked up and that I'll be doing, and you can see what's going to happen with that. So that's all I really wanted to say about that. A lot of things covered this channel update. I don't really think there's anything else to mention as far as I'm concerned. The recent games, the future games coming out, the auto show, the channel update, or sorry, not channel update, the game update, the unboxing, like the unboxings, Blu-ray Day, Ask DanQ, all that's going to be covered in April, and so on and so forth, you know, as they go along. So that should be it. I hope I'm not going too long here. A lot of shit been covered in this channel update. So once again, guys, I hope you stick around for the upcoming footage that's going to be coming out, even though there's going to be a bit of a break. But now's a chance to get these shows that I do, and let you guys watch more than just gaming. So hope you guys stay tuned for that. This has been a channel update for April 1st, April Fool's Day. Don't go too crazy with the pranks, guys. I mean, they're your friends after all. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you guys soon.